Right, I think we're live now, so sorry about that. We gave you, so just to stop any confusions, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, and tonight I've got Gwen Powell with me and Kim Firth. And I'm going to say, if you don't already know about these ladies, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them in a second. Just to stop the confusions about what happened a couple of minutes ago, Maria gave a little flash about us looking at the cakes, just to let you know we was ready, and then we had some technical difficulties. We're not quite sure what they were, but we hope you're joining us now, which is great. So we've got a really exciting time tonight, and look at my new pinny. So we've got the DK applicator with us tonight, and this is an exclusive to Sugar and Crumbs, thanks to Gwen. So I'm going to let Gwen explain all about the DK applicator, and Kim, who has actually made all these wonderful cakes behind us, which John is going to show you later, so, is going to actually talk about sugar paste, how to roll sugar paste, how to colour sugar paste, what she's used to colour sugar paste, and some of the nasty things that can go wrong with sugar paste, and some of the fantastic things. And she brought out a funny little gadget tonight that I thought, we don't sell them, so you'll have to find out where you're going to buy them yourselves. So we're in for a really exciting night. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to let John come over here and let you just have a little quick look at what we've got here to show you. And I'm going to get Kim to tell you what they are. So come on, Kim.
Right, we've been working really busy this weekend. This cake is the one that I entered into Cake International last year and actually won a bronze. Never ever done anything like this before, but Gwen asked me if I would, and that was the result.
And you used the applicator for that?
And I used the DK for it, yes. I was the first person to actually decorate a full cake using the prototype, so I feel honoured. Yes, I feel honoured.
You've done a marvellous job in honouring her back.
Thank you.
Say that's fantastic,
yeah.
And well deserved as well.
Thank you. These two cakes we've decorated over the weekend using the press ice tool and the Sugar and Crumbs food colours.
Yeah.
But
they're not our food colours, they're the Colour Splash range, which I'm always raving about.
And the Karen Davis sugar paste, which I've fallen in love with. Never used it before, and it's worked perfectly. Never actually covered a cake this deep or big before. And
Gwen always sets you a challenge, doesn't she?
Always, yeah. Wasn't 100% sure whether it would tear with it being such a big cake, but the sugar paste worked perfectly well.
Yeah.
It takes colour very well. And the DK I used this afternoon, and it took me 2 hours to actually put all the dragees on that cake.
And what about this shoe, Gwen? Because this is quite interesting.
So I can talk about the shoe a little bit. I have a friend, her name is Kat, and she has a business called Shoodle, and she does painting on shoes. And when I thought about this DK applicator, I realised that if you could find decorative pearls in the same size as what we're using the sugar pearls, then you would be able to do a shoe, you know, if you had the right equipment. So I asked Kat if she would do that for me, and she was up for it. And that's how it came out, and I'm pleased with it. If I wore a size 4, I would be wearing them.
I'd be wearing them as well, if I could wear high heels again.
Yes, well, that's good. So yes, that's used non-edible pearls to do that shoe with.
Okay, so is John back with us? Is he having a look at these cakes again? Okay, so I don't know how big our audience has grown tonight. Maybe John can give us a clue.
We're up to 173.
Perfect. So I'm going to be leaving Gwen and Kim to tell you a little bit more about the DK applicator. It's a world first. It's an exclusive here at Sugar and Crumbs. You can actually pre-order it. It's on the website now, and they will be dispatched to you the first week in October. So if you want to get them now, they're online. They're going to be retailing at £34.95. Is that correct? £34.95?
£34.95.
And you can buy them online on our website, £29.95. So make sure you grab them now, because you'll be the first to get them there, okay? So just to reiterate what's happening, Kim has actually been working with the DK applicator, the prototypes, and she's been a massive advocate of this product. She has actually showed how fantastically well it actually works. As she showed you before, she's done this amazing cake at Cake International with the applicator, and I have to say, you must be giving her the love hearts and thumbs up for this. Is this cake not out truly amazing. It's beautiful. And then, as she said, with this cake, this one here, it's absolutely huge. I don't actually know how tall they are. How tall
They're
are
6 inch.
They're 6 inches
it's a
tall.
12 and 10 inch round and 6 inch tall.
Yeah, so we've got a 10 inch round, a 12 inch round, 6 inches tall, and Kim has decorated these. As she said before, I'm a big fan of the Karen Davies sugar paste, and we've brought Karen into this as well, and Karen has very kindly donated the sugar paste for Kim to use, and Kim has absolutely loved it, and it applies very well to the cake. This cake they've decorated as well over the weekend, but all these little pearls they put on quickly this afternoon, and they're going to show you how that works. And as Kim said before, the colours, you know I'm a massive big fan of the colour splash range. This is what it looks like. So if we go for the colours, let me just grab them in a minute. So let me just show you. So you will see that the orange looks like the orange. So she's done it, yeah. And then you'll see the red looks like the red. We've got the blue. I think that's the blue. That's darker. We've just gone a shade lighter, and we've used the green. Okay, so she's only used a drop. She's not even gone to the full depth, and those colours look fabulous.
Yeah,
so she's just used a couple of drops so that she's given more lighter shade. And as I say, you know, they're the colour splash colours. Okay, that I'm dropping all over the floor. And then we're going to quickly turn you around over to here, and this is the cake that Gwen is working on. Okay, again, they're going to show you how to use the DK applicator. The colour splash colours, now isn't that amazing? Now Kim has actually had to colour sugar paste these pillows. She's never done them before. Gwen is very much about giving everyone a challenge, and she gave Kim this challenge. And
Kim was up for it. Kim was up for it.
she was up for it. I would have passed out personally if she'd asked me to do it. But basically, all the colours that she's used on here as well. So we've got the blues.
Now here it is.
Nope, wrong ones.
We've got peacock on the bottom layer, violet on the second layer, raspberry on the third layer, lime on the fourth, and lemon on the fifth.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with these colours.
Yeah.
I've never touched fondant or sugar paste before. Kim showed me how to work sugar paste. She's going to show us again tonight.
Yeah.
And work the colours in. And I just fell in love with it. The Karen Davies sugar paste is fantastic. Not that I've touched other sugar paste, but Karen Davies' sugar paste is fantastic. It was easy for me to use for a beginner. And the colours were just so easy to work in. It was really a breeze.
So we sent them all down to Kim this week. We have to say a big thank you to Karen for helping us out.
Yes.
We sent them all down to Kim and set Kim to work with these. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm actually going to take over my phone. So I'm going to start shouting out questions as you ask them. And Kim is going to start talking about sugar paste. So I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Kim. And I'll start looking out.
Right, what I'm going to do first is show you how to colour sugar paste. You have to condition it first, just to make it pliable before you add the colour. And it's just so simple. It's I'll just a minute, I've got all these wrapped up because they're the leftovers. It is this sugar paste is really nice and soft. It's very easy to work with. This is the colour I've already done. What I normally do is once it's been coloured, I leave it to rest for a while so that it settles down. If you use it straight away, you could get a little bit of crazing on it. So just get rid of that. I'm not very tall, so I have to stand on my tiptoes.
Do you want a little step stool? I've got one.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I stood on one yesterday and nearly fell off it. So I personally use icing sugar, but other people do use corn flour. You just put a little bit on your mat just so that it doesn't stick, and then you start kneading. Put my eyes on, and then I can see.
Yeah, so one of the things I do need to tell everybody as well, and maybe Gwen can say this. Oh, you carry on, Kim.
Okay.
So one of the things that I do need to say is that Gwen has had to do, she's going to talk about it, is how she's had to fundraise to get this product to market, okay? And I'm going to let Gwen take over that situation, because basically she brought this out to market, and Kim actually introduced me to Gwen a couple of years ago with this product, which we all thought was amazing, and Kim's been, like I say, a massive #1 fan. And I'm going to let you explain how, because a couple of people have already commented that they've already bought it. So if you can say, if you want to tell them about
Okay,
that.
that's a good idea. Yes, that is a good idea. So, my journey with the DK started, I think it's about 2 years ago, when my cousin Angelique in South Africa contacted me and asked for my help to bring her invention to the market. And this is the prototype, the current prototype. I don't have the older, they call them generations of the prototype available. They're in South Africa. But Angelique came to me and asked for my help to actually bring this product to the market. She had come up with this fantastic idea to be able to apply dragées to cakes. And I then, of course, yes, I was ready for a challenge and I was ready to do it. And I thought I was just going to do a bit of marketing for Angelique. And so the time came where we had to actually get the funding in place to be able to get the injection molds so that we could bring the product to the market. And we decided to do a fundraiser. By that time, we had already run some competitions and stuff, and that's how I met Kim. Kim entered one of our first competitions, and she won the competition with the most votes for her cake. And that's where our friendship started. The fundraiser, Kim was one of the main people who actually drove that. She spent every free moment to post to groups and to pages and encourage people to invest in this, because Kim had the pleasure of actually testing the prototype, one of the first prototypes that were made in the UK. And so she trusted the product and she trusted me. And she started posting and raised quite a bit of that fundraiser money. And we can never repay Kim for that. But yes, so some people actually already... So if you go back 2 years before, Angelique did a little fundraiser in South Africa, and some people actually trusted Angelique and wanted to help Angelique to bring the product to the market. So they put money down to that small, it was like a little crowdfunder. And then when Angelique handed the product over to me, she refunded all those people and asked them to join our main fundraiser here in the UK, which then happened. And some of those people have been so patient. They've been waiting now for more than 2 years. Or, yeah, I think it's close.
But we're there. We've got a month to go.
Yes, so one of our latest updates on our page, on the Dragéekíss page, shows the actual injection molds I took a photo of them in the factory. It was a fantastic feeling. I felt probably like a woman who was looking at her 3D
Have you seen them being made in the factory?
Not yet, no. Yeah. So the injection molds, the things that sort of the block that sits together and where the plastic gets pushed in, they are just about ready. Yeah. And when they're ready, about 2 weeks from now, the timeline shows, then they will start doing the injection molding. Right. And then what happens is T0 is the first sample from those blocks will be cast. And I will be there at the factory when it happens.
That's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. The roll. And we will be testing those. And then if there's any adjustments that needs to be done, they will quickly be done in a couple of days. And then T1 will be cast. And then they can shoot the first 10,000 out.
Good. Right, okay, I just need to sort out a little confusion. We did a little opening Facebook Live just so that everybody had an introduction to what we was doing, and it was deliberate. I was just talking to Gwen and Kim, and Maria just did a little shot. It was just to let you know we was getting ready, so you haven't missed anything. All it was, because a few people have commented that we can only have one Facebook Live running at a time, so there's not people waiting on the other one. Basically, we just, Maria took a little shot to let you know that we were in the kitchen, we were ready, we were waiting for 8 o'clock, and it was just a little 1 minute clip. So that clip's finished, we're all here, and then we mucked up the second clip, as we do. So after mine and Maria's performance last week, and you were all wishing for John to be back, he's here, and he's mucked it up.
I should have stayed away.
So, but as you know, it's live here in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. This is not a pre-recorded show. This is how it goes on the night, okay? This is why you like it. You see it as it is, all the muck-ups that we do here, all the things that go right. And so I'm going to get back to the ladies. So I just wanted Gwen to clarify a few things. Gwen has been bringing this to market now for the last 2 years, and we've got 1 month to go. So October, all those people who've supported Gwen, and Kim as well, because Kim's brought actually a lot of people as well involved in it. So all you lovely people who've already pre-bought and invested your money to get this project off the ground, don't worry, you'll be getting yours in October. Those of you who didn't know about it, or have waited until it got nearer the time, then Sugar and Crumbs is going to be the exclusive seller for it shortly before Gwen lets all her other sellers on. And as I say, you can buy it tonight, pre-order it, and it'll be dispatched to you the first week in October. So Kim is very patiently waiting here with her colour and her sugar paste. So let's go back to Kim.
Right. It's now conditioned. You can see it's really nice. It's very this sugar paste is wonderful. It's very pliable. And I can start adding the colour, and it's just a case of a small amount at a time and then working it in. The cake that I did for the competition that I won for Gwen, it took me 2 days to put all the dragees on with tweezers, and the floor was covered. They went upstairs, they were absolutely everywhere. And I was ready for throwing it out.
She's never heard of dragees. Do you want to tell everybody what dragees is?
They're just edible pearls.
Edible pearls.
Just edible pearls.
The bling ones, non-bling.
Yeah, edible pearls.
Sugar pearls.
Sugar pearls, yeah. And you just have to work it in and work it in until you get the really lovely colours.
And this is the sunflower colour.
This is the sunflower, yes.
Now, isn't it? Yeah. So what do you put on your board then, Kim?
I put icing sugar. So a lot of people put corn flour, but I prefer icing sugar, and it's only to stop it from sticking. You can actually use I use Trex sometimes, which is
animal fat.
it's not animal, it's vegetable fat. It's shortening, vegetable shortening, and if you put that on your hands, then they don't stick to your hands.
Yeah.
But as you can see now, it's starting to mix in nicely.
Okay. So while you're just mixing that in, Kim, I'm just going to get John to come and have a look over here, what we've got over here, so that everybody knows. So John, if you just want to pop round there, and I'll take these colours back. So we're over here. So guys, just to let you know, okay, we've heard that the Great British Bake Off is going to be the end of August. I can't tell you what date. But I've had a little wink. I actually know where it is. So John is very kindly to keep the sale open now until the end of August, okay, so that you're getting ready for the Great British Bake Off. So remember, all our icing sugars, all our flavoured icing sugars, there's 36 flavours. There's blueberry, there's toffee apple, there's pink lemonade, I don't know, there's loads of flavours, I can't think of them at the moment, but they're £3.49 each, and they're in the sale at £2.49, so they're a massive saving on those. The icing sugars are not just for making buttercreams, they're perfect for making your meringues, your pavlovas, your fudge, your macarons, your cheesecakes, your drizzles, your shortbread biscuits. All sorts of things. You know, we've been on here every week showing you something to make with them. We do them in the 5 kilo bags and the 2.5 kilo bags in the top 15 flavours. So those are great for people who want to buy them in bulk. Okay. Sugar and Crumbs now do their own corn flour pouch. So everybody who buys a DK applicator gets one of these free. Okay. So these are bigger and better. Okay. They're 100 grams as opposed to 80. They're fabulous corn flour pouches, nice and big. And everybody who orders a DK applicator will get one of these free so that you can use that with your sugar paste. Just to let you know they're there. As I say, I've got Karen Davies involved in this. I fell in love with the Karen Davies sugar paste. I think it's absolutely amazing. And I asked Karen, could she make a donation to Kim? Because Kim had never used it before. And I said, Kim, you've got to. And Kim loves it as well. And all the cakes that are here today, apart from the one that she did for Cake International, she's made with the Karen Davies sugar paste. That's all in stock. Kim will explain what you need edible glaze for, so we've got that in stock as well. These are all the colours that are on the cakes tonight. So if tonight you want to go back over what colours we used, these are the colours that we used tonight. We've got the new cutters out from FMM, which is the Easy Ranunculus. Is that how you say it? So John's raising his eyebrows because he's no idea either. We've got the emojis, the smiley faces. Kim's going to use the Karen Davies mould, the Bose mould. We've got those in stock as well, and she'll show you where she uses them later. And then these fabulous things here called precise tools, okay? And the one that Kim is going to use tonight, is it Poker 1 or Poker 2 you're using tonight? Right, so Kim is going to use Poker 2, and basically these precise tools are fabulous. When you watch Kim use these, I'd never even heard of them until I spoke to Gwen. I had no idea what they were, and wait and see what these do for you, because it really makes it very easy for you putting these little holes on the cakes. There's 5 designs that we've got here, and they're online for sale as well. So remember, everything is online for sale. If you want to order the DK applicator and other products, the delivery will only be 1 delivery. So that means everything will come in October. So if you want to have things straight away, and you'll get them at the price they are, but if you only want to order the DK applicator, and then order your ice and sugars and everything else separate if you want those things coming sooner, okay? I'm not going to do a split order delivery, that becomes very confusing. So order your DK applicator separate, okay? So those are all the new things. So remember, you get one of these free off Sugar and Crumbs because we want you to try them, okay? So everyone who orders a DK applicator gets their own cornflour pouch, okay? And they're also on sale. They're £2.75 on sale on the website, or free if you order the DK applicator. So let's go back to Kim now, because I think she's got her colour in. Yeah?
Yes, that's finished now. I don't want it any darker than that because we're doing delicate colours. So I'll put that to one side and I'll get out the one that I did earlier. I do like it to rest because it does. There is a chance. I'm not sure about Karen Davies because I haven't used any direct, but any of the other sugar paste I've used, if you do colour it and then use it straight away, you can get elephant skin. It does change the texture, so it does need to rest. So I'll work on this. This is what I'm going to use to colour the cake. It's not a bad colour mix, that. Pretty pleased with that.
You've got a good eye, Kim. That's why.
You ask my husband if I've got a good eye for colour. We argue about colours all the time. And I've got to recondition this one. It's been sat for a while.
Someone said, have you got any tips for people if you've got arthritis?
You've arthritis?
I've got...
So talk to them.
This is
Yeah,
one of the
talk to them.
Yeah.
Talk to them.
Right. Tell them.
Keep on moving.
Yeah, that's
Don't
it.
Stop. Don't stop.
It keeps your hands supple, and that's one of the reasons I do it. I think if I sat at home and felt sorry for myself, then my hands would just seize up. And so it does. It keeps your hands supple, and just do what you can. Just carry on and do what you can. So that's going to be ready. This is a big piece because it's a big cake.
Oh, I'm going to shout out to John's mum. She's just joined us. Hello, Dorothy.
Hello, Dorothy.
Right.
I hope she's got us there. She doesn't know how to give us a wave yet, but she's joined.
She's getting better, it's only 8:30.
So, I don't know if it's me. I'm looking here for comments. Are you getting comments coming up, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not getting any comments coming up on mine.
Right.
I've got everybody who's joined, but I'm not seeing the comments.
And now I'm going to roll out. When I use a rolling pin, I always use one with spacers because I'm more heavy-handed on one side than the other, and I can get my sugar paste sort of really thick at one end and really thin at the other. So this is a good thing to use.
We've got Elsa who says we sure do need an outlet in South Africa. So that
Angelique is going to be the one in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's popped up.
Yeah,
Good.
Angelique is with us. Catherine, any tips if you've got hot hands for the sugar paste? That's Catherine Tyso.
Probably the Trex. Use the Trex, and so your hands don't don't stick to it at all. Then if you use that, or shortening if you're not in the UK. I swear by it. And I also cover my dummies in Trex. Some people use water, but Trex works better for me.
Yeah. And you're actually going to do the square cake tonight, which I'm really pleased about.
I
Because
am.
people always worry about covering a square cake. I've got to be honest, I've only ever covered one once. It was my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to you. I did a friend's 21st. Let me tell you, he didn't have any sharp corners on that cake. So
well, luckily this is beveled, so. But yeah, the square cake is not as easy to do as the round one, I must admit. But Gwen and her challenges.
Well, and if you can do it and you've got arthritis as well, you'll be impressing all of us, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm not going to
let it get
stop
you down.
doing it. No. If I stop, then that'd be it. I may as well just go and lock myself up in a corner and.
You don't want to do that, no? But they do
not
say
at
that
all.
if you've got arthritis, keep your hands busy, don't you?
Yeah. My hands have been busy this weekend.
Yeah, I can see. When Gwen told me that she was coming up this weekend to meet you to start the cakes, I was like, really? Yeah. I really expected you to start them last week when we sent the product out to you.
No, we've done all 3 cakes in 2 days.
Fantastic.
What size of cake are you doing and how much sugar paste are you using?
I don't know the weight. It's a 12-inch cake I'm covering. I normally do it by eye. The only way I could tell you is by weighing it. Have you got any scales?
But there are some very good links on Google.
There are
Just
links.
type it into Google how much sugar paste to use,
Yeah.
and there will be some.
If they message me after, I can actually tell them.
On the 12-inch round, there is just over 2 kilos of sugar paste on the 12-inch round.
So I probably think it's going to be the same for that then.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So just for a big cake, it does take a while to roll it all out. So.
What we found is that we broke the sugar paste in 2 and took a half and worked that and took the other half and worked that and then bring them together.
Yeah. People are loving your mat, Kim. Where have you got that from?
Thank you. I've had it a long time. I got it off the internet somewhere, but it is. I've had it a long time. So
I've got a sugar and crumbs one that's going to be made, so I'm hoping to have that ready for the cake show in October.
Oh,
if I can get it here in time. Hopefully it'll be here. If it's not for October cake show, it'll be here for the November show. And that's a silicone mat that we're going to have that will stick to your tabletop. Nice one. Yeah.
it is nice to work to roll out on a mat.
Lisa Parry, hi, I found you. Lisa Walters, Lisa Peters. I have hot hands and find cornflour works best for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christina Ludlam, she's just saying hi to everyone.
Oh, that's sweet.
So how do you make sure that your sugar, you know those things on the rolling pin? That's
Yeah,
what
the
they're called spacers and guides, is it?
Yes, they are. And I'm going to have to take them off for this because I'm going to have to roll it out more.
Okay.
With it being the big cake, so I shall just I'll do what I can with them on.
So I'll let you roll it a little bit more. We'll let Gwen just, do you want to just have a look what Gwen's doing there?
Yes, so I'm showing the old-fashioned way of applying dragees. So most people, when they were working with the normal sized, I'm working with very tiny ones, but most people would basically just try and put them on with their fingers. So you would put a little bit of water in your little hole, pick them up by hand, and pop them in. Wait, I'm not on the right colour. Let me just get to the right colour here. So let's try again. So old-fashioned way, put a little bit of water in, just so that they stick to it. Pick them up by hand and pop them in. So if you had long nails, your nails would make a mess. You would drop them, the colour would come off. It's just a nightmare.
They're all over the floor.
Oh, yeah, they'd be bouncing on the floor. And it would take a very long time. And so, Angelique, one evening, she was decorating a cake. And as she was finishing, she bumped a whole tub of dragees on the floor. And in South Africa, if you leave them on the floor, the ants will come. So she went down on her hands and knees and she picked them up. And then she thought, no, there must be an easier way to do this. There must be something. So she did some research and she found that there was nothing. And she came up with this little tool. It's very simple. It's got a hopper, a main body, a plunger, there's a spring in there, and the nozzle. And so you take your little funnel, take your dragees, put them in there, there you go, and close your lid. Give it a little shake just so that they can fall into the little barrel. Always put a little bit of water just to make them stick.
So you don't use lube, just a drop of water?
Just a drop of water, because the sugar paste is sugar, and then the water makes the sugar paste dissolve a little bit.
How sensible is that?
I did try edible glue,
Yeah.
but it actually eats at the dragees. The dragees has a little sugar coating on them, and that sugar coating then just disappears. So
See, that's so lovely and quick now, because normally you'd be there with your tweezers, picking them up one at a time.
just a gentle shake. As soon as you feel that there's nothing in your barrel, give it a gentle shake. They fall back in the barrel, and there you go. And you can just continue until you feel that it's empty again. And then you give it a little shake, like that.
How quick is that?
And there you go.
That saves you all that picking up each one individually, because I pick them up with tweezers and drop them by the time I've got to the cake.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's very
So-
frustrating.
And as Angelique would say, as easy as that.
Yeah. So guys, what do we think of that? Come on, let's get those love hearts running.
Yes.
So Kim's got a lot more to show you in a minute.
Before we go,
You've got a lot more rolling out to do.
before we go over to
Have
Kim,
you got enough board here? Have you got enough space?
let's talk about dragee. So we have very quickly found that you get good quality dragees and you get bad quality dragees. If you buy bad quality dragees, they will not work in your DK. They will get stuck. And so I'm not sure if your camera can pick this up, John, but on the left-hand side, we have a good quality dragee, and on the right-hand side, we have a bad quality dragee. The bad quality will be misshaped. They will not be uniform in size. So if you go to that,
Those are the good ones.
these are the good ones, yes. And then on that side, I hope you can see the quality. They will be misformed, they will be misshaped, they will be...
People are just saying, oh my God, what a time saver. That's Michelle Walters. Lisa Jane says, I dropped my balls on the floor last Thursday. There you go. Amanda Walker, amaze balls.
Absolutely.
Everyone's
So
loving
yes,
it.
there we go. That's the difference between balls. And if you don't buy, if you're not going to invest in a good quality dragee, then you should not buy the DK, because you will get frustrated. You will send me an email and tell me that it doesn't work, and I will just point you to the space on the website where it says invest in a good quality dragee. I have very exciting news that I would like to share with everyone, and that is that I have invested in my own range.
That's what they're asking. Where do they get the good ones
Yes,
from?
so because I found this discrepancy with dragees in the UK and actually everywhere in the world, wherever you order them from, I have decided to invest in my own range of dragees, and they will be coming out shortly. I've placed my order, they're on their way.
Yeah.
I was hoping to have them here tonight to share them with Carol, because again, Carol will be one of the only distributors or stockists in the UK to have those available. And as soon as they're available, we will share them on our web shop, and Carol will be probably the first one to have them again, because our web shop is still being designed. These things take time. And we will have to start with, we will have a range of 11 colours, but we hope to have a full range of 20 to end with. They were just out of stock when I placed my order. So that is I'm very, very excited about that. I just realised that I can't expect people to have the DK and then they don't know where to find the good dragees. So I found them for you, and you will have them. They will be available on our website, and we will let you know when that is ready.
And do they dispense all different sizes?
No, they don't. This one dispenses 4 and 5, and we have decided to just go for the 4 millimeters for the moment. We cannot afford to keep such a large amount of stock. We can't afford to have such a large amount of stock, so we just invested in the 4 millimeter at the moment. I think Kim is ready to come.
Kim's ready for you, John.
Yeah.
Come here, we don't know
Now I've got
what's
this huge,
on. That is huge.
yeah, this huge piece of walnut. So, fingers crossed.
The reason I'm holding the polystyrene is because it moves.
Yes, exactly, because it's
Whereas
only light with the polystyrene, isn't it?
Whereas
Yeah.
cake doesn't move.
Yeah.
And I think you've done it.
I think you have done it, Kim. Yeah.
That's alright, it'll work its way down.
Kim is just so experienced. She's been doing this for so many years. So when you ask her about weights and measures, and she just does
I just do
you
it
know,
by
she
eye. Yeah, I just do it by eye. What you have to do with a square cake in particular is just make sure that the top is covered first and adheres first, and then it's best to have a frill. I haven't got a big frill on mine, but if you have a frill, then you can work it down. You don't get any creases. So it's
Can you just check the sound, Powell?
Can I check the sound?
Can the people hear you?
I don't know. Can people hear me?
moved away. I can't hear much.
I don't know.
Sound check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear us?
More issues in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen then. Can you hear us okay? Hello? Is it Kim? Is she speaking too quiet? You've got to shout up, Kim.
I don't speak quiet.
Can you hear us now? What are
We've
they
got to wait
saying?
for the 30-second delay.
Yes, what are they saying?
Yes.
They can hear us now.
Yeah.
They can hear us. I think they can always hear my big mouth.
Right, you just keep working it.
Are you going to tell them about that little gadget that I saw you pick out because you needed it before?
Yes. Sometimes when you, in fact, hardly any on this sugar paste, but sometimes when you do work in your colours, you get bubbles. And I found that the best thing to use is this little gadget, and it's what is it?
It's a
It's an acupuncture needle.
What is it again?
What is it?
I was paying attention.
Where do I live? Well, I've been at it for a long time now. This weekend, it's a little acupuncture needle, so it bursts the bubble and doesn't actually leave a hole. If you use an ordinary pin, then you get quite a big hole. So it's a fabulous little, and they're very cheap. They don't cost very much. They're easy to lose because they are very small, so I find them all over the house, but they are very cheap.
Just have to put them in a little container.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got Elsa, who is the first time watching, and she says, please tell me when I can watch again. So anybody who has only just joined us, okay, we are live here in the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. So everything that's happening is actually happening now before your eyes. If you want to catch up later, you can come back to our page later on and go through the whole thing again. Or it will actually be on our YouTube channel tomorrow. So any of you guys who've missed anything, you know what, keep with us live now. Keep watching, keep asking the questions, and if there's anything you've missed, and as you know, you're a great team. All you guys follow me every single week, which I'm very grateful for. If you see a question and you know the answer it for us if you can do. We're working 30 seconds behind, and then tomorrow you can sit there and do catch up all by yourself, and you can fast forward and rewind and do whatever you like. So there you go, Elsa. You can go back to our page later on or watch us on YouTube tomorrow.
And what sugar paste are you using, Kim?
I'm using the Karen Davis.
Yeah. So, so we're using the Karen Davis. Let me just tell you about the Karen Davis sugar paste. There's lots of sugar paste out there on the market, okay? And Kim has always used another brand, but I've started using Karen Davis, and I absolutely love it. There's two flavours. There's vanilla flavour and there's marshmallow. They come in 1 kilo packs, okay, and they're £6.50 for 1 kilo. They're perfect for the Karen Davis sugar mould, and I wanted Kim to have an experiment with this for cake covering. So I contacted Karen, and Karen very, very kindly sent all the sugar paste to Kim that she needed for these dummy cakes that she's making tonight, just to see what Kim's thoughts were. And we wanted an honest opinion. And in fairness, Kim has actually been very impressed. And I wanted Kim to use the Colour Splash range because I wanted, you know, so many of you have asked me what does it look like in sugar paste. So I asked Kim to do that. So they've done lighter colours on this cake, bolder colours on the cake that Gwen's done, just to show you, you know, the different consistencies that you can use. So so let's go back to Kim and what she's doing now with this cake.
Right, I'm just cutting round the edges. One side I haven't got quite enough, but you don't worry about that because you use your smoother and that does smooth it down. So that will go down to the edge.
I've noticed you're using a knife, Kim, as well. Do you ever use the pizza cutter? Because I've just put them online.
I do, yes, but I didn't bring it. And also a palette knife.
And a palette knife as well, yeah, fantastic.
So, yes.
So guys, I've just put the pizza cutter online as well. I should have brought one here for Kim to use. So it's the sugar paste stroke pizza cutter. It's solid stainless steel, made by Tala. It's in the bacon accessories section. And then Kim, why are you doing this now? So explain.
I'm smoothing it down. Say there is here a little bit where I didn't have enough. So you smooth it down and
it starts to fill in.
hopefully.
Hopefully.
No, it does.
Well, it's live on the
It
night.
My other smoothers. They're in my the flexi smoothers. Yeah, they are absolutely brilliant. So. See, I've made a mark there, but we'll be able to get rid of that later.
That's one of the things I do with sugar paste. I'm always sticking my nails in it.
Yeah.
I just get a really nice smooth one, turn it round, and end up digging my nails in.
Oh,
And they're the hardest things to smooth out.
they are,
they?
yeah. But I have just discovered the Perspex Flexi Smoother, and
Yeah.
they are.
Are they brilliant? Yeah.
They are fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can use your hand as well.
I should maybe get those in stock as well.
I would.
Yeah.
They are. They will get rid of that, no trouble.
Will they?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay.
As you can see, it's going down now.
Yeah.
So don't ever panic if you have a bit that's showing your cake. Thank you. Put that on top and rest on that, then you don't damage the top.
And this just makes it all nice and smooth and stretches it down and fills in gaps for you then.
It does. It works wonders.
Yeah.
I'll just can you see this little mark on top? Can you get to it?
I can see it, but I don't know whether the camera can
It just
pick it
takes
up.
a second to focus yet.
There you go. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I don't know why I haven't had these before. They work wonders. Definitely a good investment.
So there's a hello from Claire Corbett. Hello Karen Naylor. She's the caramel colour makes a lovely ivory colour in Colour Splash, she was saying. Trish Cooper, she uses the Flexi Smoothers and says they're amazing.
Yeah.
How thick should the sugar paste be around the cake?
Well, this is quite thin. With the Karen Davis sugar paste, you don't need to have it very thick at all.
Well, that's good then,
So
isn't it?
You use less.
yeah, a lot less.
Yeah.
I normally use it twice as thick with my other.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, Karen will be very pleased to hear
Yeah,
that as well.
it's because it's pliable and
Yeah.
it's stretchy.
I just love the taste. Have you had it?
Oh yes.
I haven't.
I had it twice.
I had to smack her fingers to stop her from
Oh,
chewing
it's
it.
lovely. It's really, really
It's
nice.
absolutely delicious. The vanilla's gorgeous,
I like
but the
the- I like the
marshmallow
marshmallow.
is my favourite, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Beverly has placed an order for one, but didn't realise she wasn't getting the rest until October. She needs
Oh,
the other
God.
thing, so we'll get that sorted tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
you
do
should just
remember,
say that.
guys, if you are ordering the DK applicator, please order it as a separate item. Or if you order it with other goodies, all your other goodies will only be dispatched when the DK applicator comes into store, okay?
First
We will
week of
sort
October.
Beverly's order
We'll
tomorrow.
sort Beverly's out now, but just so that you know, I have already said it, it's a pre-order. It does say very clearly on the website, it's a pre-order. So anything that you order with the DK applicator, it will all be dispatched together in October if you do order it. I can't afford to do 2 lots of postage, so you'll have to order all your other goodies separate if you want to order anything else.
Do you want to see the DK again?
Yeah, so John is going to pop over now and see Gwen, and let's go through the DK applicator again. Let's see how it works again.
We cut off before, John, when you were asking about the different sizes. And yes, so we tried our best. It's really part of my personality to have one tool to do everything, but we tried everything and it's not possible. We had interchangeable nozzles, interchangeable hoppers, but it was just not possible. So this DK can take, and we will call it the standard DK, will take 4 and 5 millimeters. I myself have only invested and will make them available to Carol the 4 millimeter because of the stock. You can't keep that much stock. But if you find a good quality 5 millimeter dragée, and they're consistent in size, then it will work in this one. We have in mind to bring out a mini DK that will be able to take 2 and 3. So this one takes 4 and 5, and a mini DK probably in about 12-18 months. If things go well and people help us with this one or invest in this one, then the mini DK will come with 2 and 3. So if you want to see it in action again, I can't talk and work, so
yeah.
I don't know if Carol wants to say anything. Maybe the shows that we will be at, there's some.
Okay. So just to let you know, this DK applicator is going to be £34.95. We've put it on offer for 1 week only, so you've got 1 week to buy it. Please buy it on its own, okay? If you want to buy it with any other products, everything will be dispatched in October. Gwen is actually waiting for the delivery to come out at the end of September. We'll have them and we'll be dispatching them in the first week of October.
And it's the same for everybody. I want to reiterate that no one has this tool yet.
Yes.
These are 3D printed prototypes. There's another one there, John. Perhaps you can show that one as well. That's a previous model. Oops, hold on. Yeah, so these are all the ones that you've ever seen on Facebook, wherever. They are all 3D printed prototypes.
What colour is the original one going to be? The
Can
one.
you see the pink here?
Is this what it's going to be? So
It's not that. This was covered by our graphic designers in that colour. It's this colour here.
Oh, so it's all going to be pink then?
Yes.
They're all going to be pink.
Yes.
Oh, sugar and crumbs colours.
I know.
Look at that. Yeah.
It's like you placed it for a specific order, hey?
So just to let you know, those people who have actually been following Gwen for the last couple of years so that she could bring this product to market, she actually did
like a crowdfunder.
Yeah, a crowdfunder to actually raise money to bring the product to market. And all those people who got involved in that crowdfunding actually got it at the most best price that you could possibly get.
£9.95. Those that supported us got it at £9.95.
But they've been waiting 2 years for that product.
They have.
So now it's going to come to market. What Gwen really wants everybody to know, you will not get this cheaper than $34.95. That is going to be the retail price. When she gets sellers selling this, that's going to be the price that she wants everybody to sell. She doesn't want everybody undercutting. But because Sugar and Crumbs are supporting her on this exclusive journey, what we're doing is she's allowed us to do a 1 week offer. So if you haven't got yours already and you want to pre-order it now, this week and this week only, it's £29.95. After next Monday, it's going to be £34.95 because that's the price that's going to go in every shop who actually ends up stocking them. But it's going to be a long time before anyone's stocking them, isn't it? I think there's only 2 stockers, us and another one. That's to be confirmed just yet. So we're the exclusive ones at the moment. So if you want this gun, grab it now while you can. Look how quickly this is. So much easier than picking up each individual pearl with your tweezers, holding it, getting to the cake and dropping it. The gun just puts them in. Just drops them in, pushes them in. How long did it take you to decorate your cake when you was... your big cake, it was 2 hours today. The one
yes, so the one behind us, John.
So this 4-tier cake,
back and front.
Yeah, this 4-tier cake, I'll just come and turn it around for you guys. Okay. So this 4-tier cake today, Kim did this, and she did this in 2 hours. All 4 sides, all 4 layers. 2 hours. And anybody who knows anything about pearls knows that doing them by hand, there is no way you can do that in 2 hours. Yeah. So what do we think? Are we getting the love arts, the likes? Are we loving this product?
Some people have asked about how did you get the pattern for the holes.
We're going to tell you how you got the pattern for the holes. We're just waiting for Kim. When Kim's finished the, when Kim's actually finished the, Kim's actually making tier 5, okay? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she wanted to do this cake in the pastels. So this one has been using the colour splash, but just a drop to colour the sugar paste. She's now doing the biggest tier, which is the 12-inch square. So she wanted to show you how to put the sugar paste on, how to colour it. Then she's going to show you how to make the holes, the different cutters. We've actually got the cutters on our website. So if you are going to order the DK gun, go and have a look at the FMM cutters. They're called press size tools, okay? And there's various designs there. When Gwen does the cake show with us in October, she's got a couple of exclusive designs, but she's not releasing those yet. They'll be at the cake show. So you guys, if you want your gun and you want your press size tool, order your press size tool with your gun, and they will all be dispatched in October, okay? If there's anything you want urgently, then you need to make that as a separate order. And Kim is actually going to show you how to use the press size tool tonight, and it's fabulous. When you can go past, just speak up. So, so that's absolutely fabulous. So we'll go back to Kim now. Let's see how she's doing with her cake. And I think I'm going to be passing on the turntable in a second.
Just loading off now. Trying to get the bottom nice. I do tend to put something around the bottom anyway, just to finish the cake off.
So I'm just going to get John to show some press size tools. John, so do you want to just come over here a second?
Someone from the US is asking, can they get one?
If they want to order from the US, they need to email me. So if you go to our website page, www.sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, go to the information page and send me an email. I need to know your full name and address, okay, your email, and what we can do is we can actually take an order.
Somebody said is there a US stockist?
There is actually. I would like to mention them if you don't mind.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, fantastic.
So yes, we do actually, very similar to.
That made my life easier actually.
Yes, it would, and the postage would probably be.
Absolutely.
So yes, I'm really privileged to use this opportunity. Thank you, Carol. I have a lady in the USA, in Florida, called Marissa Valentini de Rivera, and she has a shop called the Sweet Chalet Shop. If you go onto Facebook, the Sweet Chalet Shop, and Marissa is my only distributor at the moment, or stockist.
That's fantastic.
In the USA, and she has, similarly to what Carol has supported us to give us this opportunity, and given me an opportunity in the USA when I went over to Florida. And so yes, please go and support Marissa. She's got 200 in stock. Yeah. And so go quickly, go to her website. I think she's still got a couple left, but they flew.
Yeah.
They flew.
Yeah.
So go quickly and go and get your DK from Marissa. And hi Marissa, if you're watching.
Yeah. How much are they in the USA?
They are $48.50, but I think Marissa also has a special for a short while. So go and check that out. I can't remember the numbers from the top of my head, but go and see. All the details are there.
We'll give you a reminder of that address shortly.
That's grand.
So let's just, no. Do you know, it makes my life easier if they can buy them in America. I never thought to ask you. So the press size tools, there's various ones, and Gwen's actually going to show you how to use these. This one is called the Polka 5, and basically you hold it like this. And I'm not going to show you how to use it. I'm going to get Kim to show you. Sorry. I'm getting all muddled up with the names. You know what I'm like. This one's slightly less. Little beads on here, less again. This one's got quite a lot on, and this one's like a ribbon, so it gives you a nice ribbon effect. Gwen has actually got another 4 designs, but she's taken those to the Cake and Bake show, so they're going to be anybody at the Cake and Bake show. Once you've got your gun or press size tools, and when we go to Cake and Bake, you'll be able to buy some additional ones from there. So those are actually online on the website now. Order them now with your DK gun, get them on. And also, if you spend over £30, you get free delivery, so that's very important as well. So make sure you spend over £30, but just remember, whatever you order, when you order that DK gun, Everything will be coming in October, okay? So don't place an order if you want it for tomorrow. Don't press that next day button. You will not get that DK gun, I call it a gun, a DK applicator tomorrow. It's a pre-order and it's £34.95, and Gwen has very kindly allowed me to do a 1 week special with it at £29.95, okay? So I just want to make that very clear. If you want to order anything else, you're going to have to do 2 separate orders because we can't split them. Yeah? So let's go back to Kim then. Let's see if she's ready for us.
Right, I think that's just about done. There you go. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Well, I don't know, I'm knackered thinking about you doing it.
I have to.
No?
Yes. And then I can.
And I have to say thank you to Kim for teaching me. Angelique warned me about this. Angelique, you're watching, I know you're there. You warned me about this. You told me that when I take on this DK, I will be decorating cakes soon, and you were right. And Kim this weekend taught me so many things. She's been so fantastic.
I think she's amazing. Just to make all these this weekend
she covered
is
all of this,
fantastic.
except for that one. That one was done last year
Yeah.
in November, but she's done all these others this weekend.
Yeah.
And she has actually shown me, and I think I can work the fondant now, and soon I think I'll start covering cakes.
She's going to get you to be a cake decorator.
We didn't have time for her to practice the
No,
cakes,
but she's actually showed me how easy it is. You've just seen it all tonight happen here. It's just practice, isn't it, Kim?
It is, yes.
Have the confidence to touch that
This is
sugar
a huge
paste.
cake, so it's not as though it's only a tiny cake. I could have covered a small round cake in no time at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to touch that sugar paste the first time and realise that you can't break it.
No.
So
You can eat it though.
I suppose some you can, but again, the Karen Davies sugar paste for me as a beginner, I coloured some of these because, as you saw, Kim has arthritis, and so I didn't want her to work through 15 kilograms of sugar paste because I think if we count it all, it's about that, 15 kilograms.
Yes.
That's what Karen sent us.
Yeah, that's right. That's only,
And I didn't want her to wake up the next morning with
not being able to work her hands.
Exactly.
not being able to do all this.
Yes, so I helped her to work the colours in, and I've never touched sugar paste before, and I did some of the colouring of these. I worked it in, but Kim covered all of them. She'd never covered a pillowcase before.
I know.
But I asked her if she would, and she said, "I'll try anything," and she did. That's what she did. And again, she never covered a big, a 6-inch with 6-inch high and 12 inches in.
12 inch,
Yeah.
And she did that as well.
It's amazing, aren't they? They look really
So-
fabulous.
We only started on Saturday morning. So
Yeah, I know, because you told me, I saw you on the journey up.
Yes.
Great, so let's see
Kim's
how
gonna
this
show us how
press
this-
ice tool works.
How easy this is, guys and girls.
So which way are you going to start then, Kim, so we can get the camera on so everybody can see?
Well, I'm left-handed, so.
Do you want
Am I best to go this way?
Yeah. Is that table not working so well? Do you want me to
No,
do
it's a
another
bit
Well,
table?
I think it's because the cake's so big, but
Right.
it is just a case
Yeah.
of.
So just before you start, I'm going to get John on position here and Maria here so that they can both see. Is it better for you to come here, Maria, or can you see? Because you want to see
No, this
how
is
it's going to
perfect.
cut in. Yeah.
Okay,
super.
ready?
Yeah.
But it's just a case of putting it on and pressing it in. There you've got your impression. Then you line up your dots again. Put it on. Press it in. Simple as that. And then
And isn't there a secret with the dots? Do you go into the last lot and you put them out?
yes,
So that's
around the corner.
And I just want to
It's
say
just a case
something.
of pressing.
You can see that not all of them took there, but it's because of the angle that Kim is forced to
Yeah.
work in to show the cameras.
Yes.
But if you were sitting with it at the front and you could
You
just
can
press
see,
it in, it
yeah.
wouldn't
You
go.
can actually see the
You can-
impression, so you do know where you're
Where
going
you
to
go.
put your dragees.
But I
Yes.
think if you place that, you could actually put that in again.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
could
don't
be.
do it now, Kim. Do the next layer because it's quite a trick. It's quite a trick.
It's quite a trick.
Yeah. And my OCD.
Don't mess it up, Kim. Make
So
make
if
a
you
good
just
job.
explain to them that when they're going to join it up with the next section, they go in the last set of balls.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just yes. Thank you. And then press it down.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not all even,
Yeah.
but when
You
you
can use quite a bit of pressure.
you can. But the cake, it's easier on a cake because
On a real
the cake
That's
doesn't
really
sort of
easy.
disappear. You don't push it across the table when you're putting the impression on. So
The holes aren't showing up on the screen.
they're not.
Not mine. People can't
No.
see them.
Right,
You
okay.
can see them on
Can't
this one.
really. Yeah, I can see them here, but people are saying they can't see them.
And then go around the corner.
We've also got a very light colour as well.
Oh,
Yes, no,
Yes, we should have
Yeah.
gone
yeah,
for
we should have done the darker colour.
So we learn.
Well,
But that's
this is
how
goes
easy
on
it
the
is.
night,
That is
you
how
have to
easy it is. You'll be able to see them when I start adding the red dragees that we're going to be using.
So everybody wants to know, are we going to be at Cake and Bacon and Cake International? Yes. Gwen's going to be at Cake International, so and Kim, and we're both going to be at the Cake and Bake. Sorry, Gwen and I are going to be at Cake and Bake in October, not Kim, because she's got family with her, and we're going to be at Cake International in Birmingham in November, and Cake and Bake Manchester. So I think Gwen and I are going to be like two sisters, seeing we'll be spending that much time with each other.
Yes. I'm just waiting for you to join me in Florida. There's a big cake show going on there.
Oh, I'll have to take them on with my nozzles. I'll be out there scrapping. If I see them at that cake show selling my nozzles, I might get deported from America.
Yeah, because once they kick you out, they won't let you back in.
Exactly.
If you get deported, you might get detained.
Exactly.
I like it.
So one of the tricks with these precise tools is to decide which side is the back of your cake.
Yes.
Start there and work your way around.
Yeah.
What you can do when you get to the back, I'm nearly at the end now. You just have to look and see
Line
where it
up.
finishes, and try not to get right. Actually, that lines
That
up.
one lined up, didn't
That
it?
lines up perfectly.
You were lucky.
Well done. That was lucky, wasn't it?
That was,
Well,
yeah.
actually, it wasn't lucky. You planned that.
We did, yes.
Spot
That's what
on.
happens when you use a
Spot
12
on.
inch.
Yeah,
Spot
spot on.
So how long do you think that gunner's going to take you to do that now then? Because there's one hell of a lot of holes there. She's giving you a big cake.
She
to do
has,
that.
and I've never
Been so close to each
I've never
other.
used this one before. The one that I used on the bottom tier there is the one that I used for the cake that I did for the little competition that I entered,
Yeah.
and it took me 2 days.
Yeah.
But that was by hand.
That was by hand.
Yeah.
If I can make a guess, because this one took us 2 hours with all those dots, I think that one
maybe-
did
Maybe
something.
2 hours. Yeah.
2 hours, perhaps more.
Yeah.
But if you can imagine by hand what that would have taken.
Yeah.
I would have said no. If somebody had come and said, "Will you do it?" I would have
Do it by hand.
not been available.
Yeah. No,
Not
exactly.
available, no.
Either that, or it should have been out the window.
Yeah. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to get Gwen to do a little bit of work, because
Yes.
I'm going to get you started doing the pearls, Kim,
Yeah.
on it. We're going to get John and Maria to watch you do the pearls,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to get Gwen to finish off a little bit more, because I just want John to have a look at this amazing board over there. So if you look at the pillow board, John, so have you seen these fantastic colours on the board? Yeah. So guys, what do you think of that board there? Now Kim came up with this idea today, and Gwen's very much into recycling. So I'm going to get Gwen to explain it in a minute when we get Kim on it. But Kim has very kindly offered to do a quick little demo on how she got the colours of these boards on here. So I love it. I think it's beautiful. And then if you look on the corner of the cakes there, can you see the little ribbons? So the ribbon molds, and then all that's happened there is Gwen wanted something on the corner, and we used the Karen Davies mould. If I pass that to you, Gwen, you can show them. These are in stock as well. So they've got different size bows on, and they're perfect just for the corners. And it's not just for the pillows. You could put them on the square cake, you could put them on the round cake. So they're fantastic. That's the Karen Davies mould for the bows. And you'll see if John just goes up the pillow, you'll see that he's used different sizes.
Yes, we use different
as
sizes.
well. So you've got
we
one.
use that size, and that size.
Just didn't use the very large one, did you? So
No.
we're getting lots of love hearts and likes for this. And what I do think is, I think the colours are absolutely amazing on there. How much colour do you actually have to put in to get
Very
those
little,
colours?
Carol. I was really surprised.
Yes, we didn't.
We hardly even squeezed the tube.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, not that well.
And how bright is this?
Yeah, because I mean, I use the colours for the buttercream all the time, and I'm always telling, you know, the Sugar and Crumbs viewers to use the colour splash and how well they are, and you only need a drop. But I've actually never used them in the sugar paste whatsoever,
Yes.
so I'm actually really pleased that you give them a go for us, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
embrace it, and they are beautiful colours.
Absolutely.
So Kim covered this cake for me, and then I basically just took the press ice tools and started pressing, you know, making impressions. And because I had some dragees from my previous buying them in, these are not some of the colours that we might have, but some of them are. I just started working with the ones I have, because I was so hoping that the others would arrive, but they
Yeah.
didn't. So I just had to make do with what I had. And
Well, as soon as they do, we'll have them in stock for everyone. So
and we are so excited about them as well.
And we'll probably do an offer on them as well when they come in as well.
Yes, I would be up
Yeah.
for that as well,
Yeah.
definitely. So, do you want me to talk about the board? Or,
Yeah,
no,
or you can
actually,
tell-
Kim will do that. So,
Yeah.
as Carol said, I'm into recycling, and I just want to reuse everything and not have any waste. And all the colours that we made, there was little bits left. So I said to Kim, can you do something with this? And Kim
Don't want to
said,
throw it away.
yeah, I don't want to throw it away. It's so pretty. So Kim said, yeah, I think I can do something. So Kim will show us a little bit later how she did that. But John, I would like to for you to come over here again. So the press ice tools has a very, very. I think you can you stay there? Or
Yeah.
come
Do you want to
over
come in,
here?
John? Where are you going? He's doing a dance shop.
Yes. So the press ice
I'm not
tools.
that way again.
No, the press ice tools have quite a small indentation, and your 4mm ball needs a bit bigger than that. So what we do is we use the, do you call it a ball tool?
It is a ball tool,
It's called a
yes,
ball
yeah.
tool, and so if you go over there, just so that you know where you're going with your dragees.
You'll be able to
just-
see the indentations now a lot better.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you just go over where the press ice tool made the impressions and make a little bit of a bigger hole, and then it's ready for you to go with your gun at that. But you would have had to do that in any way, even if you were doing it the old-fashioned way.
If it's fresh fondant, then I think you could actually get away with it. What I do tend to do is when I'm putting dragees on, rather than put water in individual, I will steam my cake so that the fondant is down, and I think just using the Dragee kit, you might get away with not doing this.
So if the fondant is fresh, that's what Kim says.
Yes,
You
if
wouldn't
it's-
have to add the little dot of water that I've been adding. Because we've prepared this cake 2 days ago, I put a little bit of water just so that the dragee the sugar pull can stick to it. But because this fondant is fresh, we would be able to go and actually just apply our dragees. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, so I don't know. Let's just
How did you make the pattern for the blue pillow?
The blue pillow, that was Kim. Kim actually has it's actually called, it's one of the, what was the tools called?
It's a patchwork cutter.
Patchwork cutter. Do you stock those?
I don't, but I'm going to
Yes.
speak to that.
The patchwork, it's a patchwork cutter that's got the quilting pattern. There's various other brands on the market as well, but yeah, and Kim did a bit of it freehand as well, because it's a pillow, you can't actually measure it up and have it exactly right, so she had to do a little bit of freestyling there.
We've never actually done it on one of those before. So
No, we've never done it on a pillow,
a
so...
little bit of trial and error.
So somebody says, Kim, what is the best? What icing is best with fondant other than buttercream? So you would only use buttercream or ganache. That's all you would use, isn't it?
Definitely.
I don't think you would use icing in any other way to put on a cake unless it was buttercream, would you?
No.
No.
Well, I tend to use mainly buttercream.
Yeah.
So
That's
but, yeah.
that was a question from Swaran. I don't know how to say it. Swarana. Guarana. So that's what she's asking. What's it? It's when people are asking questions. Are we going to be at Cake International? Yes, we are. Let's see what all these questions are. there now. I think it's set my questions upside down. So if anybody wants to ask any questions, feel free to ask. I think you're just watching Kim now, aren't you? So can you see what's going on there, John?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to sit down on that chair, John, to make it easier on your back?
Okay.
So Kim, what is it that you're actually doing now?
I'm just doing the bigger indents.
Right, and why are you doing that, bigger dents?
It makes it easier when it makes it, well, on this definitely makes it easier to see, and your pearls go into it then quite quite easily.
Someone's asked, how do you steam a cake?
I can demonstrate when I've finished doing the indents on this side. I'll get the steamer out and show you how to do it. I've got a cake steamer, but you can use any steamer.
Get the kettle out.
Yeah,
Right.
I have done that.
Yeah.
Before I had a steamer, then yes, I use a kettle.
So I think what we'll do is when you've done this cake, let's if you can just do half of that there now, and then use the gun for half, just to show them how quickly it is to do half. It'll take a while, won't it? So because what we can do is when we stop for a coffee and a break, we can do a little bit more and show everybody then, can't we?
Yeah.
So why don't we, if you do that half now, get ready with your gun. So if you want to load that up, and we'll stop calling it a gun, the DK applicator. So what colours pearls are you going to use now?
I'm going to use red ones.
Is the red ones for you? Okay. So if everybody wants to know, again, if you want to know what it is that we're doing tonight, we're using the DK applicator, okay? This is the world's first cake decorating tool. Gwen has already explained how it's come to market. I'm going to get her to re-go over that for you. Gwen, for the last 2 years, has been promoting this product. She's been doing fundraising for it, so lots of you already know about this product and have actually got right in at the early days and backed Gwen up by supporting her by throwing money into the GoFunding pond, shall we say, so that crowdfunding pond, so that she could actually produce this product. This product is actually now in production. We're waiting for it to come off the production line, and we're expecting that to be middle to the end of October. September. John's getting back to me, middle to the end of September, and we will have it here first week in October for dispatch. It's £34.95. Our website is www.sugarandcrumbs.co.uk. We're one of 2 suppliers here in the UK that will have it exclusively. Gwen is we're the only one online at the moment who's got it exclusive. So Gwen has very kindly said that this has to go out for sale at £34.95, but she's going to do a launch offer of £29.95 if you want to buy it this week. If you buy it on our website this week, remember it's not going to be dispatched till October. If you order any other goodies to go with this, they won't be dispatched till October. So please do remember that. For all you American viewers, I'm just going to get Gwen to reiterate, there is one American stockist, and I'm just going to get Gwen to tell you again. So for the American guys, you can buy it from
Marissa Valentin at the Sweet Chalet shop. She's in Florida, but she's got an online shop, a web shop. So just do a search on Facebook for the Sweet Chalet shop in Florida, and Marissa Valentin is waiting for your order. She's only got 200, and I believe most of those have gone. So be quick. I think there's like 20 or 30 left. So go for that. That's in the USA.
Yeah. But here in the UK or Europe, you can buy from us direct at Sugar and Crumbs. It's actually on the website. It's under bacon accessories and sugarcraft accessories if you want to buy it. And if you want to get it with the £5 off, make sure you do. Don't forget, if you want free postage, add something to it. So maybe buy the press size tools. John is just zooming in now to Kim so that you can see very quickly on how she puts these Dragees.
Sugar balls.
Sugar balls,
Yes.
that's so much easier.
Just
Sugar
call them
balls.
sugar balls.
Who came up with the name Dragees?
I don't know, I think it's a French word that just means something coated in sugar.
Yeah.
So you know the almonds, also find that's coated in sugar,
Yeah.
they're also called dragees.
Oh, are they?
I sort of times French word. And we wanted people to remember us. If we all talk about sugar balls, there's nothing to talk about.
Exactly.
But if there's someone that can't pronounce Dragee or Dragee or whatever, then we've got something to chat about.
So Kim has just done the first line. So how long
First
does that
two.
take you there? So just do those couple seconds. Right, so we're going to flash it up again for everybody. Are we loving this, guys? What do we think? Have we got the thumbs up coming? What are they saying, John?
Yep, lots of people are liking it. Lots of people are really interested in doing a pillow tutorial.
A pillow tutorial. I think maybe we'll speak to the people at Cake International or Cake and Bake, and we'll help them out. Come on, Kim, you can do it.
Maybe at Cake International, but not tonight.
Definitely not tonight, no.
They like the pillow cake.
We will sleep tonight, I think.
Exactly. Well, you won't. You've got to finish that for morning. There you go, in bed. So we've got the photographer in the morning, and Kim's going to get this finished.
You're not nice.
I'll be up at 5 and I'll finish that.
Yeah.
It's
So-
so quick, really, when you really get into it.
Yeah.
It's different when it's on Facebook Live, and,
Yeah.
when you're under pressure and stuff,
Exactly.
and 50 cameras.
And remember, this is still the prototype, so it's...
Yes, that's the other thing. It is still a prototype.
It's
a
not
3D
going. It's not as
prototype.
good as
So,
the
right.
actual
It's
one's
got
going
its
to be.
limitations.
So when you get yours, guys, you get it in the lovely pink sugar and crumbs colours.
So
Look
you
at
can
that.
see on
How
the
lucky
nozzle.
was that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the nozzle.
that's going to be the colour.
That's going to be the colour. Fabulous. So if John just wants to go back and show everybody the cakes that Kim has done this weekend. So the first cake, let's just talk about this first cake. She didn't make this weekend. When she when she got involved with Gwen, and Gwen asked her, well, she decided to use the applicator to make her exhibition cake for Cake International. And as you can see, Kim won bronze with this for Cake International last year.
Ever took part in the competition, and I encouraged her, and she decided to use the dragéekíss.
Yeah, which is amazing. So this is Kim's first
competition cake.
competition cake. Well done. And she used the Dragee.
Dragee.
Yeah, okay. Easy, DK is much better, isn't it? The DK applicator, and it's absolutely stunning. So I think she should have just got gold, never mind that bronzy thing. But absolutely amazing that is, and I just love it. And then this one here, she's done this weekend, especially for you guys. So she's brought this to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. And again, Gwen gave her the challenge. Kim has never covered a 6-inch tall cake 12 inches wide. Now this is amazing. This is not a little cake, guys. This is a massive cake.
You have to roll
Okay.
the sugar paste out to about 30 inches.
Yeah. So
That's
don't
right.
know whether you heard that. Kim says you need to roll your sugar paste out to about 30 inches. And if I remember earlier, she said she used 2 kilos of the Karen Davies sugar paste. And then this is one of the little press ice tools that Gwen has got exclusive for her that she's going to launch at the Cake International show. So this is one of those she's got for us. So that's absolutely stunning.
These are Kim's own. She made these flowers as
Yeah.
well.
So
Edible.
Kim's made those flowers.
Can I give another shout out to Shoodle?
You can.
So I very quickly realised that the DK could also be used to decorate clothes or shoes or handbags if you wanted to use the pearls. And these are non-edible pearls. And a friend of mine called Catherine Tyler in Milton Keynes has a little online shop called Shoodle, also on Facebook. Shoodle.
Clever there, put that DK
Yes,
emblem
yes.
on, isn't it? Clever there.
And Kat paints shoes. That's her speciality. She paints shoes and handbags.
Yeah.
And I asked her whether she would use the DK to try a shoe.
Yeah.
And she was up for it. And so I sent her all the equipment and stuff. And she came up with this. And so I think if you wanted to put some orders in with Catherine, she might take it on, but I think she'll charge you because it's quite a thing to do a shoe like that. But yes, as I said, if I wore a size 4 and I could still wear, not ever actually, just, if I could, then I would. But
It's a long time since I wore high heels.
Yes, exactly.
So, and then the other cake that's behind there is what Kim has decorated. Again, using the colour splash colours. Gone for the pastel colours on this one, and she's done 5 tiers, and then used all the different press ice tools as well for those. So you can see that they start off with less dots at the top, more and more as they get to the bottom. And of course she's brought the biggest one to tonight, so she really has got the challenge on.
It's only because, unfortunately, when I placed my order for the dummies, the largest one was left off the order.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, we were let down by who we ordered.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name and shame, but we did order that one. It didn't arrive. Otherwise, that one would have been done first, and we would have gone. But I would like to actually. These are the ones you've ordered. These are the ones on your website, so I can show you here, John. This is one of the ones you've got on your website, and it's called the Polka one. So that's the Polka one for those of you that want to order your Precise tools with your DK that you can order from Carol. Precise Polka one.
And they're all in stock now, so if they want to order them with their DK gun for October,
then you can, and the postage would be the same.
Yeah.
Isn't
they
it right?
Get free carriage if they order the DK gun and one of those.
This is Polka 5. Then we've got Polka 4. And right at the top we've got Polka 3. And so, as Carol said before, these ones are actually on the Sugar and Crumbs website. You can order them when you place your order for the DK, and it will come out to you at the start of September, end of September, start of October. But the last one that Kim is using, for reasons which are so obvious, is out of production. So I've got a couple of them, not many of them, that I will bring to Cake International, and people can get them from me there. But I don't have many of them. I think I've got about 100 of them. So there you go. There's the Precise tools. So they're on the Sugar and Crumbs website.
So I'm just going to take you back to Kim now. So again, you can just see how far Kim's got with this. And the time is, let's just zoom in and have a look. So it's 9:30 now.
Wow.
Exactly. Don't you worry, Kim, you're going to be here for the next hour or so.
Not Kim. I will do it. And poor Kim, she's already put in 2 10-hour days.
So can we just spin that round so that they can see it?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
There are
Sorry,
lots.
Maria. Did we spin it round on you and you was filming? Sorry. We'll have to do a little private one for you in a minute when we have a little coffee break. That'd be great. That's super. So Kim's got her work cut out for her here, and Gwen's going to do this. They need to finish it as well tonight.
Because Carol's been so generous to get a professional photographer in, because we need these photos for our packaging.
Yeah. So we've got the photographer coming
well.
first thing in the morning.
But remember, we only have to do one side or two sides. I'm sure, I've met Simon and I think he'll do a great job. I hope you're watching, Simon. You promise.
But could you imagine though? Could you imagine without this DK applicator doing this with a ball and a pair of tweezers?
This specific press ice tool has come off the production line.
Yeah.
Grace at FMM, I would like to give them a shout out. They've actually been very helpful and explained many things to me. And she explained that this tool came off the production line because people just didn't buy it. How could you? How could you spend that much time to do this? You couldn't actually charge for a cake like that.
Simon is watching.
Is he watching?
Yeah, hi Simon. Thanks for our good lighting tonight. I'm sure we look 10 years younger. Don't you think Carol looks 10 years younger?
So guys, what I'm going to do now is it's 9:30. We're going to take a 15-minute break, okay? So we're going to leave Kim here doing this, and we're going to get the kettle on, and then basically Gwen's going to take over when we come back. So it's 9:30, so 9:45, we're going to come back, and Kim is actually going to show you how to do the lovely colours for this sugar paste, which I think is beautiful. And as Gwen calls it, recycling the sugar paste.
Yeah, we call
so
it
all the cut-offs that she's had for this, so when she made this, Gwen didn't want it going in the bin, and so she's got Kim to come up with an idea, and Kim came up with this, and I think this is absolutely amazing. So it's bang on 9:30 now. Let's see you at 9:45 with a little catch up, and we'll go through everything again for you. So go and get yourself a cup of tea, coffee, have a wee, and be back in 15 minutes. Thank you for joining us. See you soon. Bye.